I'll do a quick introduction. My name is Sherry Bryant, and I'm the producer of this movie. We are really happy to be in Chicago. Yes, we flew in today. And thank you all so much for coming. We're looking forward to telling you more about this movie, which we shot in March and April of this year. So it's really new. You probably don't know a lot about it. So we'd love to tell you sort of how the project came to be and when we're releasing it and whatnot. I will hand it over to John Burns, who's our executive producer, and he'll make some intros for the panel. But I did want to say one thing. We're gonna have Felicia and Paul, the director. Actually, we can all sign 2 posters. These are like, actually, you guys are seeing these for the first time. Let me hold it up.
What's going on?
This is our teaser poster for Chicago.
Yay!
And we'll tell you guys about the cast, but we're gonna sign these, and we have 3 Rock Jocks crew hats we're gonna give to you guys. And no, I know, there's only like 10 left. So I'm gonna, at the end of the panel, get onto Facebook, and so if you guys have smartphones, if you like us on Facebook, I'll just randomly choose 5 winners. So there we go. I'll hand it over to John.
Yay, John. Yay.
Thank you, Sherry.
It's the first time I've ever heard a panel encourage people to be on their phones instead of listening, which is awesome, because that's what you'd be doing.
But we want you to pay attention too, you know? So
yeah, exactly.
it's called multitasking, which, you know, I'm not good at the same time. So thanks a lot for taking time out of your busy Friday and staying here late. We're really excited about this. As Sherry said, this project's been more than a year in the making, and you know, you're looking at the team that put this whole thing together. We have a number of other actors that couldn't be here. They're here in spirit, and we want to talk about them as well. But Felicia obviously is playing the lead female role, and I think you're going to see, you know, when you see this film, she's doing some things that I don't know that she's done before. You'll have to tell us, but that's pretty exciting. You know, we designed it that way. So anyway, thanks for coming. What I'm going to do is I'll moderate and ask some questions and you know, try to be provocative, or at least, you know, sort of instigate you know, an interesting discussion about the film and behind the scenes. So this is as much about you know, Felicia and her role. We want her to talk about that, as it is about the filmmaking process. A lot of you guys, a lot of us, you know, aren't always privy to what goes on behind the scenes and how films are actually constructed and shot and made, and we want to give you some insights into that whole process as well. So this will be as much an education into that as it is, you know, showcasing Felicia in all her glory as well. Okay, so now let's start with start with the serious moderation here, and you know, forgive me if I'm a little partial to Greg or Sherry. Obviously Sherry because she's my wife, and Greg because he baked my cake for my wedding, and designed this amazing Godzilla structure. So I'm going to be a little easy on those guys, but the rest of them, you're fair game. Okay, so let's start back with the original questioning. So Sherry and Paul, a little over a year ago, you guys sort of got together and thought about what your next project was going to be, and this obviously came out of a lot of creative discussion and dialogue. Can you tell us a little bit about what sort of fomented that process and how you got to where you are today?
Yeah, sure. I'll start real quick and pass it on to Paul. I've been in Hollywood producing movies for a number of years, and I'm always looking for new writers and directors, people with vision, different ideas. And we met Paul maybe 2 or 3 years ago, just started hanging out, and he basically said, Sherry, I want to pitch you a movie. And now I'm going to pass the microphone to him, and he can tell you what he pitched me.
Oh. Actually, like the way I remember it, Sherry said it was like January last year, not this January, so 2010. She gave me a call. Hey, Paul, I'm taking pitches for projects. Do you have any? And I go, I might. And so I gave her like 20 pitches because, you know, I'm new from kind of like fresh out of film school, and I go, this is my chance, this is my big opportunity, what can I do? And I just threw everything I had. And the one that she gravitated towards was this concept. And so the pitch was to her like, okay, imagine that every day the Earth is being bombarded by killer asteroids, and the only thing that's preventing our destruction is a secret organization that shoots these asteroids down. And now imagine that the people piloting these satellites that shoot these asteroids are the people from Clerks. Go. And she goes, okay, I could work with that. I could work with that. Maybe you should write a script, and maybe we'll see what goes on. And I go, sure. And so 3 months later, how's that script, Paul? I'm like, I haven't started yet. Oh, okay. 2 months go by. How's that script, Paul? I have financing. I was like, crap. Now I gotta write the script. And so so I just started jamming on the script and bouncing it with Sherry, a treatment here, a script here. Oh, I like it, blah, blah, blah. And here we are. So that's how that kind of
And
happened.
what I remember from all of that was Clerks in Space. And I was like, yes, I think I'd want to see that movie. It's a little bit more, what are we calling it? The Office meets Men in Black.
With a lot of vocabulary that many of us probably haven't heard before. Yeah, we're gonna show you a clip.
It's rated R,
Yeah,
very
it is rated
R.
R. Yeah. A lot of mature themes. So, Sherry and Paul, just so you know, we've been having a little huddle over here, and there's a lot of interest in maybe showing the trailer now, and then maybe showing it at the end if people still want to see it. Do you guys want to see it now or later? Want to see it now? Okay. Let's cue up the trailer, and you guys will at least get a glimpse.
It's a teaser, so it's not a trailer.
So with the caveat that the real trailer is going to come out in a few months. We wanted to show something that just gave you a sense for the characters and how this is all coming together and the tone. But stay tuned.
Matrix or Inception?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I work for a super secret DoD program, shoots down asteroids.
You're the best. Remember I said you're the best before I hit you earlier?
They're not gonna fire us.
Yeah, this guy I'm talking about. J.J. Abrams the shit out of this place. Hey, I hope you get the AIDS.
What up, my brother?
You mean black, dude?
You come often? Here?
What?
What?
What? I'm old. Do you want me to suck your cock right now?
Jesus, you know you can't smoke in here.
I look at your rejects from the island of misfit toys and I wink that our world is in their hands.
Oh!
What kind of fairy tale princess do you think I'd be?
A bald, ugly one?
So I think we're in the process of editing the second director's cut now, and we're hoping that in the next couple months we're going to have something that's pretty close to final. And the idea is that we're going to try to release this in very early 2012. So there's another few months where we have to, really, sharpen in the edit bays and make sure this thing is ready for prime time. But we're real excited about it. So
There's a lot of really good actors. Are you gonna tell everybody? I don't know. You guys might have recognized some of those people in there.
Yeah, I'll give you a rundown of the people you've seen on the screen. So Justin Shawn, he's one of the shooters. He is from Twilight, and he's got another movie that's coming up soon.
It's like 21. It's from the.
It's called 21 and Over,
21
and it's
and Over.
the directorial debut of the Hangover writers.
So that's Justin. Kevin Wu is actually an internet star. He got his start on YouTube about 4 years ago and is just a terrific actor. He plays opposite Justin here, and we're really thrilled to have him in his feature film debut. He's never done this before, but he performed just amazingly well. So Kevin is also on board with us. Jason Mewes is one of the guards. He plays opposite Robert Picardo, and those guys had chemistry. We had them for a couple days, and they were amazing. And they, the way they're sort of interspersed in the movie really adds a different level of pace and comedy to what we've done. So we're real excited about their involvement. Andrew Bowen plays Felicia's boss. There's a little tension between the two of them, and you'll have to see the film to find out why. But he was in Mad TV, and he's done a lot of other things, both in new media and TV. he can't be here tonight because he's actually working on his next feature project, but Andrew's involved. Mark Woolley is the guy that plays the sort of the angry and nefarious government bureaucrat that's trying to shut the Rock Jocks down. And Mark did a great job with us as well. And then finally, Jerry Bednob, who was in 40-Year-Old Virgin. He's the guy he's sort of the mad professor type that can't quite get his job done because of the drink, but he somehow manages to get them through the worst night of their lives. So he's also involved, and just a real hilarious guy, very professional. We were just thrilled to have the whole ensemble cast together with us. So that's sort of who's driving the film from sort of a talent perspective. Having said that, Felicia, let me turn it over to you just for a few sort of your perspectives on what it was like working with these guys, with the whole, all the talent with Paul, Greg, and the rest of the gang.
Sorry. No, this was great. Greg, Sherry actually sent me the script late fall, and I was so busy that I said I couldn't do it, over and over again. But I was I really wanted to do it, but I just literally didn't have the time to do it. And there just happened to be a week and a half at the end of March that I was between Dragon Age Guild, Eureka. It was literally my 1 week off, and I was supposed to go be on vacation. I was like, I'll do it. And my hair looks really good in this movie, so I mean, it's worth it to have my hair that good on screen, because clearly I don't know how to do it. So it was just a really cool part, because Paul said I don't know if this is true, but he said he wrote it for me, so.
So when I was writing the script, I had this problem.
Is it not true?
No, it's absolutely true.
Okay,
So what happened was I go, okay, I need these characters. Who do they remind me of? And I was going, oh, well, Seth. Seth reminds me of Seth in Superbad. And this person reminds me of this person. What about this Felicia person? Well, I think she reminds me of Felicia Day. I think I'll just write Felicia Day. And just Felicia, actually. I didn't say put Felicia. Anyway, so I wrote the script, and then basically Greg got it. And he says, hey, do you know Felicia, Paul? I go, no. He goes, because this sounds a lot like her, and it's kind of creepy. So if you're going to send this to her, change the name, or she'll think you're stalking her.
Is that true? The name of the character, Allison, used to be Felicia?
It used to totally be Felicia.
In the original drafts, it was Felicia, and she drove a red Prius.
What?
No, seriously. No, it's serious.
I was like, you know what, this would be perfect for her. But it's kind of stalkery.
I mean, but did you know that Sherry knew me?
I knew that Greg was doing something for you, and it was a Dragon
But it was
Age.
a loose association. Were you at my house?
Well, we are neighbors.
Oh, we are kind of. Guys, restraining order.
No, Paul is definitely a stalker, because as I'm reading the first draft, too, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. There's a DeLorean in this movie, and I have a DeLorean. And every other thing in the movie, I'm like, this is at my house already. But yeah.
I only write what I know.
Anyway, so I just had a really good time, and it's a fun fact that they actually shot this movie on the stages that I found for Dragon Age, because Greg was one of the producers and production designer and did many awesome things on Dragon Age. And then they used this stage to build the central set that most of the movie takes place in, which is amazing. Like, the detail in the set is just it's like a nerd dream, because it looks like you're in some kind of weird IBM, safe room from 1974. And just the detail, right?
That's very specific.
Was it specific?
1974.
I just kept going. I mean, I'll go. Yeah, it wasn't accurate at all. So it was just it was a fun character to play, because she's not the most pleasant person, Allison. She's kind of aggressive and very not likable, which is the opposite of what I usually do. And so that's why I was excited to play it, to see how that would work with what I bring to the table, playing something, because everybody's always like, well, 4 people on the internet are like, oh yeah, I love what you do, and they're like, why do you keep doing the same thing? And I'm like, that one dude on Facebook I'm gonna own him. I'm gonna be like, look, mister. Anyway.